Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. This is Bernice. Who am I? Like all these videos back to back. I just had some time to film this video today and I'm hoping to edit it and post it today. So we shall see. It is a chit chat, get it ready with me, empowerment kind of video. I was just inspired to do this video because why not? Everybody needs to hear this every now and again. If you're in this position that you need to hear this today, then I would say keep on watching. This is gonna be a get ready with me video, and I'm just gonna be talking to you about my, mom life, like just how life has been since becoming a mom and doing my makeup. So I'm not gonna be talking about what makeup I'm using. I don't change my technique that much, so I have like quite a few makeup videos in this channel. So if you have any questions on my makeup, you can always check out those videos. But I just felt a little chatty and I decided to make this video where I talk about my new life as a mom. So let's dive in. I'm trying to find my eye pencil because I want to sharpen it. But so as a mom, all right, give me 1 second. So starting with what like has changed since becoming a mom, obviously I have a whole human to care for. It's no longer about me anymore, but it is very important for me to pay attention to me as well. Like it's very easy for us moms to easily forget about ourselves in the whole mix. Between taking care of the baby and everybody else, it's just so easy to forget about yourself. So it is important to like pay attention to yourself and don't lose yourself because you became a mom. That's like my biggest mantra. Like when I was pregnant, all the videos I watched were mostly empowering videos and just videos that encouraged moms to not lose themselves because they became a mom. Because it is so easy to do that. Like becoming a mom is so life-changing, especially if it's your first time around. It is so life-changing and you're under so much pressure to be the best mom that you can possibly be. And you'll be watching, I mean, if you are constantly on social media, you see people being moms and being such great moms, and you put yourself under such unnecessary pressure to be as great of a mom like compared to that person's highlight that they're posting on the internet. Because okay, at this point it's 2019 and we have all agreed that internet is just people's highlights. Okay, so don't put yourself under pressure trying to live your everyday life according to somebody's one day highlight. So becoming a mom, it is hard to ignore the whole body positivity part of the conversation. So when you birth a baby, no matter how you birth a baby, your body is gonna go through some shock. Okay, I need my Morphe palette. Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Yay. So anyway, body positivity. So becoming a mom, body positivity is so important for you. Like it's important for me to pay attention to what I tell myself, like the little conversations that I have with myself as far as my body, because postpartum depression is real. I was so aware of postpartum depression that when I was pregnant, I kept on telling myself, God, please, I don't want to go through postpartum depression. I want to be okay with my body. I want to be okay with everything that happens to me after the baby shows up. Like, this is my new reality. Because 9 months of watching your body change, it's a lot. Yo, it's a lot. I'm not being dramatic. I mean, I spoke to other women that were that would be like, yeah, I mean, it's that's what comes with it. You're gonna have a beautiful baby and you're gonna be so happy and so proud of the baby when the baby shows up. But believe me, before the baby shows up, it is you and your psychology and your mental health and everything that comes with it. And I was reading up on postpartum depression and how most women dealt with it, and just like what causes it and what the biggest thing is. And I did notice that it had to do mostly with the whole your body changes, and this is 2019. I don't care who you are, you care about how you look, okay? So towards my last months, when I like saw my body changing, like the last months is the months where your body, like, the baby just grows exponentially. Like, I think by 8 months, I say the baby grows half a pound a week. So that means your stomach is getting bigger way faster, and your body is stretching and all that. And like, that was the hardest part of my pregnancy, like seeing how much the end took a toll on my body. But throughout the whole thing, I had been preparing my mental state so that I'm able to deal with it. So I'm not gonna say everything was perfect, but I'm very happy that things went a little better than they could have. So it's very important to be accepting of your new reality as far as your body and stuff like that. What kept me going was the fact that I like to work out, and I just kept on, I just told myself, after the baby, I'm just going to hit the gym, I'm just going to work out. Although, with the baby showing up, that's a hard reality. Like, my mom was here and then she left, and I had to take care of the baby and go back to work, and it's just been so hard for me to keep to my promise of getting back to the gym. So that will bring me to my next topic, as far as being the whole body positivity thing. But if you can't go to the gym, that is fine. Like, don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. What I did was I started working out at home. I was doing my P90X at home, and I do, not P90X, I'm sorry, Insanity workout. So I was doing Insanity workout at home, and I have done Insanity workout in, like, previously, way back, a long time ago, and I do believe that it works. So that's why I decided to do Insanity workout. The minute I was cleared to start working out, I started working out. But again, it got so difficult with the baby and sticking to a workout schedule. But I'm seriously trying to work back. Like, I need to get back to it. I need to get back at it. My baby is 6 months old now. I don't have an excuse anymore. I just had a baby. That excuse gets old so fast. Like, I mean, that's for me personally. Like, everybody's life is different, and you don't want to put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Like, recently, how, like, you see celebrities, they have babies, and all of a sudden they're back in shape. And I had even made a comment on my Snapchat about Portia Williams, how she was slaying her pregnancy, her body, no stretch marks, this and that. And I was so surprised that after she had the baby, she was like, you could see that she just had a baby. Unlike most celebrities that after they have a baby, boom, all back to normal. Like, those are unrealistic goals, okay? Like, don't put yourself under that kind of stress. You don't need that, sis. Like, that is not real. Okay? So, anyways, so with that, I would say, if you can get back to the gym, whatever you need to do to get your body back to something that makes sense, because, don't get me wrong. Okay, I got my liner. So don't get me wrong. Going back to the gym will not bring back your pre-pregnancy body. There's nothing that will ever bring back to your pre-pregnancy body. Some people are lucky enough to have their pre-pregnancy body back, but for the most part, So some people are able to get their pre-pregnancy body back, but for the most part, no. Honey, you had a baby, your body's gonna look like you had a baby. That's the bottom line. Okay? Like, don't have a baby and try to look like you did before you had a baby. Some people with the good genes, okay? This video is for the majority, which is us, which is me, which is you, sis. Us who don't have the good genes, whatever that means, because our bodies are amazing, and whether you're able to go back to pre-pregnancy or not, you just created life, okay? I bet you when God was creating Adam and Eve, he didn't think that was the smallest thing he ever did. That was one of his biggest creations. And you just birthed life, and God put life in you and you brought it to earth. Like, think about everything that your body went through for 9 months and realize that it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that, sis. Like, it's deeper than the way your body looks, okay? So that's what I always tell myself when I'm like, I get in a funk, because believe you me, I'm human and it's very easy to get in a funk. And I'm not one of the lucky people with the great genes and no stretch marks, honey. By the time I was 8 months, or by the time I was 9 months, actually, I'll insert a picture of when I was like, maybe like 3 days before I had my baby. My stomach was huge. And I'm talking huge, huge. By the time I went to have the baby, the doctors, I didn't even make a birth story video. I've been so busy, guys. Like, I can't even explain how busy I've been. Working full-time and being a full-time mom is the test of life. Find outfits that work for you. Go to the store, try on your outfits before you buy them. Before I had the baby, I had moments where I would buy an outfit without trying it on, because I knew exactly what works for me. But now I have to try on my outfits before I buy them, because I could think something will work, but when I put it together, it doesn't make sense anymore. So, shopping is my least favorite thing to do. So, I'm slowly like working on my wardrobe and like my outfits and stuff. So that's a big one. Like, it's a lot of women that deal with the same issues as after having a baby, and it's important for us to empower and encourage each other that it's not the end of the world, okay? Like, there's outfits for this, and if you're like me, my stomach was not all the way flat before I had a baby, to be honest. Although, it was not like this right now, but it was not like, I did not have a 6-pack before the baby. So I'm not trying to act like I did. But yeah, outfits that work for you will help boost your confidence. Okay. Now let's talk about social life. Okay. So how do you balance a full-time job, a baby, a family, and social life? I believe that it is important to still maintain somewhat of a social life. Some people would disagree with my definition of what a social life after a baby is, but I'm 28, okay? And I believe that my great years are still ahead of me, and I still fancy a nice night out with the girls, a nice night out with Bae, a nice night out is what I'm always down for, okay? Like, after working all week long and working so hard, taking care of the baby, like, you don't want to put your life on hold that you resent the fact that you're having a family and having a baby and, all that stuff. Like, it is very easy to feel that way. Like, I'm speaking from personal, these feelings are how I feel. I'm not speaking from, I'm not speaking for anybody. And I believe that I'm not alone with these feelings. That's why I'm making a whole video about it. But, like, don't put your life on hold in the name of, I had a baby and I can't do life anymore. Do the things that you used to consider fun, still do them. Because, when your kids will grow up, they'll have their lives and they'll move on. You'll be 50 years old and wish you lived your life after you had your kid. So don't put your life on hold for your kid, and then you find yourself resenting the fact that you had a kid. Like, I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but the baseline of what I'm saying is balance. Be like, figure out a way to balance everything. It's gonna be hard. I'm not talking about the fact that you're gonna be out every weekend dipping in and doing it. No, sis, not anymore. But like once a month at least, figure out a way to go out at least once a month, if that's something that you fancy. That's what I'm about. Like, I try to go out, have some fun, because when my baby will be all grown, he'll move on with his life, and I will sit back and be like, did I live my life? I don't want to have no regrets. I mean, this life, sometimes you have regrets, but the things that I can control, I'm going to control them, okay? That's the moral of my story. So as far as that, I always find time to go out with my girls or make Bay take me out. Because why not? Because what is life? But, I like going out, I like having a good time, and, I'm the same Bernice. I'm the same Bernice before the baby. And even now, even more proud. Like, I've never been so confident in my life. Like, I don't know. I guess having a baby comes with its perks. Like, I feel so, what's the word? Set in my spirit, happy with my life, I guess. Like, there are days where I literally feel like, oh my God, I have everything that I dreamed of. There are literally days that I feel that way. But obviously, being human, I have my down days, obviously. Like, I have my days that I'm like, oh my God, what is life? But it's all about highs and lows, right? That's what life is about. Highs and lows, to keep it interesting. Interesting. It's all about highs and lows. So, I don't know. I have a simplistic vibe. I try to. Although it doesn't look that way. It looks like I be doing too much all the time, but I like simple. Like, as far as my makeup, my outfits and stuff, like, everything has to be like, So, like, that's my vibe. Like, that's what I prefer, at least. That's what I'm always going for, but it doesn't always come through. Sometimes my social site is always front and center. But I'm gonna do a nude lip. Oh, let's talk about makeup for a little bit. This is a Kiss New York lippy. It is a nude Kiss New York lippy, and it's mattifying. As far as makeup, you don't need to have the most expensive makeup to achieve the expensive look, okay? Like, you can literally go to the beauty supply store and pick up stuff. If you have a vision, it's gonna work. Like, little things like lip liners and certain lipsticks. I get them from the beauty supply store. I would go to like Sephora and Ulta and all those other places when I need a new foundation, when I need maybe a statement lipstick, like my Stunner Red by Rihanna. My foundation is Huda Beauty. But you don't have to go bankrupt trying to get makeup. And that's what a lot of people don't get. Unless you're like a big fan of it, or you're a big fan, say like you are a Kylie Jenner fan and you absolutely have to have all Kylie Jenner stuff, I mean, go ahead, splurge, especially if you have the money, sis. By all means, go get it. But if you're a regular old girl like me, you know, I figure out ways to save my coins. I'm a very frugal person. Like, I will not just spend money because it's available. Like, I'm always trying to save money. You know. I'm always saving up for rainy days. Because you never know what will happen. And keeping up with the Joneses is the last thing on my agenda. Like, I'm always staying within my means, maybe even lower. Like, I don't just spend money because it's available. Like, something has to be necessary for me in order for me to get it, pretty much. Because money is hard. I don't know about you, but hard work is hard. And, like, money is hard. And I'm not out here trying to give my coins to people who already have money. I'm talking, like, name brand stuff. Like, those people already have money. You're giving them more money and trying to keep up with people who don't even care what you're up to. So, I think I'm done with my makeup. Simple. Life trick. So, when you put your hair to the side and you're wearing an earring, it's very easy to have it all caught up and tangled and all the time trying to clear your earring from your hair. Don't put an earring on that ear. Nobody's seen it, sis. Unless it's like a statement long piece, you can put it on. But like, I'm wearing like dots and just like, you know, nobody's seen this ear. So you don't know that I have the other set over there. Mostly because it's a hassle, like trying to figure out how to like not have it trapped in my hair. But I'm all done. And I love this makeup. Let's see in the mirror. I'm so tanned. After my trip to LA, we went hiking to the Hollywood sign. If you don't follow me on IG, what is your problem? Like, what is it that's going on with you? Anyways, I went to LA for vacation and we hiked the Hollywood sign. I was stoked. I've been to LA a couple of times, but I'd never hiked the Hollywood sign, so I was really happy about that. But I got so sunburned. Like I got so sunburned from it all, and I had to change my foundation shade. So I'm like, I've gone all the way darker, which is like part of the whole image thing. Like, you know, figure out what works for you. And the most important thing is to figure out how to do your makeup. Like, figure out, this is 2019. I don't want to see anybody walking around with some funny, funky eyebrows. Like, figure out how to draw your eyebrows, sis. Like, if you can't draw your eyebrows, go to the, whatever, the place where they thread them. Have them threaded, or microblading now is like the standard of the day. Go get your eyebrows microbladed. That way you don't have to fill it in if you don't know how to. But figure out what works for you and, you know, do that. Like, so walking around funky, feeling like the world is closing up on you and you're not good enough for the world, because you are good enough for the world. The world needs you. The world needs whatever you're bringing to the table. If the world did not need you, you will not be here. Like, you have a purpose. So keep your head up, sis. Keep your head up and keep going, okay? Just because you have 1 baby, 2 babies, 3 babies, you've gained 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 20 pounds. I don't care how many pounds you gain. You're still fabulous. And your mission on earth is not done until it is done. And just because you gained a few pounds, having a baby and this and that cannot be the end of the world. The Bible said we should go and multiply, and that's all you did. All you did was multiply. You still have your purpose and your mission in this life that you still need to accomplish. So that is my PSA.